What is going on YouTube? It is Esther here and welcome guys to another player career episode 3. Now we are on, obviously we're on loan to Coventry City from Manchester United, and you can see here we have a match straight away against Bournemouth, but unfortunately the gaffer did not select us. So when we did sim the match, we did play out a 1-1 draw with Bournemouth. We're actually not doing that bad as a player and as a team. As a player, we've been scoring goals here and there. I mean, we haven't been like exceptional, but we've been doing basically what's expected. And as a team, as Coventry, they've been doing pretty well actually. I think they're second in the league, so that's not bad. And you can see here a brilliant goal here. I put in quite a good ball there to McGoldrick, and they finished that one off well in the early stages of the game. But after that, the game just completely changed, and Crewe Alexandra were just all over us. You can see here they were passing like Barcelona. They 1-2 passes, and eventually one of the shots there from Murphy in the 90th minute did eventually creep through, and they did eventually get that goal, which they actually deserved, because they were all over us later in this game. And you can see here right before halftime they actually had quite a big chance to take the lead and extend their goals to 2-1, but they just couldn't do that. So half time, it was 1-1 between both of the sides, and the second half was really frustrating for me. I couldn't get the ball, and you can see here, when I do get the ball, I just I was doing things like that. That was a poor shot, and Crewe Alexandra had a very good opportunity here, and look what happened. Our own player basically hit that one in. I'm not too sure why that wasn't counting as an own goal, because it basically rebounded off our own player. So we went down 2-1. Then I went up for a shot here, and I got fouled. And you can see McSheffrey came up, and I was thinking, oh my god, he's going to miss this, and look what he actually does. That was a poor penalty, and he does actually miss it. And I just knew that was going to happen. Unfortunately, we also had a penalty from us as well, and I guess Crewe Alexandra just showed how to take a penalty, just smashing it into the net. It wasn't the best of penalties, that one either, but I think it's just better just to smash it, because at least you have a chance of it going in. And I had a very good opportunity here, and I just took it there in the 80th minute, just a little cut inside and just smashing it there in the right corner of the goal. Pretty nice shot actually, but unfortunately it just didn't mean anything, because Crewe Alexandra did go on to win that match 3-2 in full time. But looking at the good side, you can see they had a pretty good match performance, 9.6 match rating. Shooting, as you can see there, three shots, 1 goal, and obviously 1 assist as well in that game. So 100% pass accuracy, 100% tackling. It wasn't a bad match in terms of our performance, but a pretty bad result against Crewe Alexandra. And obviously we had our next game here against Yeovil Town. The gaffer seemed that he's pretty happy with us, so he did select us for this game, considering our performance against Crewe Alexandra in our last game. And the first thing I'm going to say, this was a really bad match to play, and it was so boring. I hardly got the ball, and you can see my frustration was showing. As you can see, I had a yellow card in the first half. And so, like I said, it was a frustrating game. I hardly got the ball. Both sides were playing poor, so it was 0-0 going into the half-time, and Yeovil Town had a very good opportunity there, but they just couldn't take it. So it did finish 0-0, and you can see the match rating 6.1. That was a really poor performance from us, but we had to move on. And you can see the gaffer is saying that we had a display in a scoring touch. I'm not sure whether that was from the last match, or probably for the ones before that, because in the last match we really did have a poor performance. But you can see that he was just saying things like he can't score, and and all that rubbish. So we move on here to the next game. This game is only 3 games after it, and you can see here first of all the manager notes, and you can see we only matched 2 of the manager objectives. We got the 1 assist and the 1 goal, but we couldn't get the match rating of 9. But that was probably expected, because that match against Yeovil Town we only had a 6.1 rating, so that probably brought it down a bit. And unfortunately, if that even had been on 7, we probably would have reached that average rating target. But unfortunately, we just couldn't reach it. So next game here against Colchester, I believe it is. Yeah, Colchester. Unfortunately, we weren't selected. So we did have to obviously watch on and sim the match. And again, it ended in another agonising 0-0 draw. A very they're very frustrating draws, because obviously it's not the worst, because you'd obviously you don't lose, but you still it's only 1 point, and when you're not getting goals, it doesn't really put much confidence into your team to get more goals because when you're having 0-0 draws, not many of the people are scoring. So obviously, this game against Swindon Town, I wanted to get a goal. I wanted to get Coventry back on track. And first half, first stages of the game, as you can see there, Swindon had a very good opportunity. But then it came back here, put in a brilliant ball, and look at that for the finish. That is a exquisite finish from our player there in the 28th minute. A brilliant ball there. I'm not too sure who it was from. But you can see they're just struggling off defenders, and that really was an amazing finish. Right into the corner of the goal, and the goalkeeper really couldn't stop that one. And you Swindon had a very good opportunity. They just did take it there with Rooney scoring right before half time. Obviously not the Rooney from Man United, a different Rooney obviously. But with that goal, that Swindon goal, it was 1-0 going into the half-time whistle, and you can see us playing pretty well. Taking some shots, but the goalkeeper, Swindon goalkeeper, did save them well, and unfortunately he did finish 1-0 at the end of that. Again, another frustrating draw. Match rating not too bad, 8.1 match rating. I think what let it down really was the conversion rate. As you can see, I was taking a lot of shots, but just only that one goal coming from it. So that was pretty disappointing in terms of our conversion rate there. And the next match, again, it was a sim match against Notts County. Obviously, we were hoping now to finally get a win. I thought after all this time, come on, we must get a win. And again, it finished in an agonising 1-1 draw. So it wasn't going too well these last few games, ending in draws. Obviously, like I said before, they're not losses, but draws are just as bad. I mean, you only get a 1 point from it. Next game was a huge game against Portsmouth, the league leaders, and it was selected for this game. So it was a really big opportunity for us to put on a show and get some goals against the league leaders, because that would make a big statement. But what a chance I had here. I mean, that is the worst ball you will ever see. I'm not too sure what I was doing there, and that really was a poor ball. We could have actually been in the lead there, but you can see the half-time, it was 0-0 between both sides, and Portsmouth or Coventry didn't do anything in the second half. And as I was playing poorly, I did get subbed off for McGoldrick, which meant that I did have to play as basically the whole team for Coventry in these final stages of the game. For some reason, whenever I play as Coventry, I always be on the edge. I always be like nearly conceding. And you can see that I actually almost conceded in like the last minute of the game. That shot there was well saved by the Coventry goalkeeper, but I actually almost conceded from the corner. You can see here I was just defending like mad, but thankfully he didn't go in the back of the net, and the match did end again a 0-0 draw. So it was very frustrating, and you can see the 7-2 match rate, and it just shows in the match rate. I could even fail to get a shot on target there. So that really was a boring, frustrating match. And you'll see it on the screen here now, guys. The manager actually says like how disappointed he is in me. Well, not necessarily disappointed, but he just says that I'm not living up to standards. So we'll see here now if he's just gonna pop up any minute. And yeah, there we go. The essay not performing to expectations. You can see he's not very happy of our thing. He hasn't been playing at the level he accomplished, the targets that we set out together. He's a great player, but I need for him to be in quality in game and game out for our club to play at the level I expect us to be. So the man just saying that we're not performing really. So not ending this episode on a good note really, but hopefully in future episodes we can start playing better and start getting some goals for Coventry, and hopefully move up that league and get some good performances in the belt. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. Please show your support by giving this video a like, and also, guys, please feel free to comment in the section below. And I have a Far Cry 3 video probably coming next, so yeah, I will see you guys in the jungle, and yeah, I'll see you then. Bye bye.